Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from On The Foot Market. I have a brand new video for you guys all today. It's going to be a good one. You guys know it's always a good one, man. So today is going to be crazy enough. I know this is the third upload today. If you guys haven't seen the uploads, we had a great video on ones to watch today. And then a great video on talking about the market in general. One of those market watch videos. You guys love them, man. We talk about where the market is going, where it's at, and what's going on in many dimensions. But you know what? A lot of you guys have been asking me, Nick, how are you making so many coins right now? And I'll be honest with you guys. Look. The other night, man, I was on 2.2 million. I've had a lot of time to go trade, and I've just hit 5 million in transfer profit, which is crazy. I'm up to 5 mil now on transfer profit, which I finally had some downtime the last few days to do trading, and I got a lot of coins. So I've been using icons, I've been using informs, I've been doing a lot of things with my trades and a lot of that kind of stuff. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about UCL cards because a lot of you guys have been asking me what's the deal with UCL cards, what's the process like, how are you making coins, and I'm going to talk about it. So all these cards today, I have sold all these cards today. I'll tell you this, guys. UCL cards right now are amazing to trade with. They're not good to invest in. We got to clarify for a second before we talk any more in this video. What is the difference between trading and investing? Trading, buying a card at a certain price 1 hour, flipping it at the next, right? Trading slash flipping. Investing, you're holding a card for a certain event or for a certain crash slash market uptick. You're not just, you're not just trading. You're not just kind of moving the card in and moving the card out. You're trading with the card. You're investing for a purpose. So let's get that straight. So a lot of you guys have been asking me, Nick, I have 300, 400K now. I need some ways to trade. What are you doing to make coins? Where do I go from here? If there's not something to invest in, what do I do right now? So I'm going to try my best today, guys. And I say this with my heart, right? I'm going to try my best today to explain to you guys how I am making coins with different kind of cards on the market. I know you guys have been asking me, a lot of you have been asking me about for an icon video. I'm not going to put that in this video because I want to do these videos how I do them right now on my channel, which is market watches or an insight at what's going on at everything. But when I do a video, I want to beat it to death so you guys all understand it. I don't want to throw 40 things at you guys. Then there's a million people in the comment section who don't understand stuff. So I want to just get into the videos and talk about exactly what we're going to talk about. So today is going to be UCL cards, obviously. I have some more right here that I bought. I have a 200K Jordi Alba and a 245 Walker that I'm trying to sell at 268. I got a Lukaku at 400 that I'm trying to sell at 440. And then I think that's it for me. I have a Virgil that I picked up for 261. And right now, he's actually 288. So he's not at the price that I want him. But I'll give you guys an example. Last night, Virgil was 300. So that's why I bought him this morning at 261. Last night, he was 300K. This Courtois here, he's about 275 on the market. I'm going to list at 260 right now. I'm going to see if I can get a sale at 260. I bought Courtois this morning when he was low at 217. He's now 275. So it's all about the price points. Learning where these cards sell at. Learning where they don't sell at. So Kyle Walker, excuse me, I don't know what just happened to my voice. Kyle Walker was like I want to say 260 all morning, right? Or like 250. Last night he hit like 250. Now he's back up to 270, it looks like. So what I'm going to do right here is you guys see this, right? I bought this one last night at 234 when he was on a low. When I watched this card a lot and like I saw when he was on a low. So I'm not going to sell it at 255 right now. I'm going to wait for this one to get bought. And then I'm going to go list mine at 265. I'm going to give you a 5K undercut. And at that point, I'll shave and I'll make an extra 9 or, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll make an extra sum of coins. So the deal with these kind of cards, boys, is that you guys can trade with these cards on any budget. There's a ton of UCL cards that are a lot less in value than some of the cards I'm looking at. What I have done, right, is I have made a squad for UCL cards. Now, this might be a video that, this might not be that useful to you if you guys are not doing a ton of trading. I think this is helpful to anybody with any kind of budget. All these cards are ultra rare, and this is just an example of learning price points. Like Varane sells at like 360 to 370 in my eyes. So I'm gonna add this to my watch list. Right now, you guys can see that there's a 344 and a 339 on the market, right? So I'm gonna let those sit and try to win that bid. I'm not gonna go for that. KDB, I'm not interested. So what I do here is because you can't really search for these cards that well on the market, I just made a concept squad, and I make a ton of concept squads, and I'm going to make one with you guys today. I even have one, and I'll show you guys in a minute. I have one for prime icons. Like, I just go through concept squads, right? And I look at different cards, and I say, okay, what is this guy selling at? So right there I saw a Pogba, I think at 600 bid. So I'm going to add that Pogba. That bid at 600 is looking pretty tasty, right? So I know that he sells for me. Like, I know the card sells at 700. Manolas, right? Like, Manolas sells in the 140s for me. I'm going to add this 125 on bid, right? Add these to your watch list. Even this, like this guy right here, that's another bid, right? So add them. You guys want to constantly be adding cards to your watch list because at the end of the day, adding a card to your watch list is going to tell you where the card is selling at. It helps in terms of you as the buyer. You can see at different points of the day, like even if you can't trade a lot, say you're watching this video and like you got a busy day at work or something, and you guys you just can't trade, right? Like you're busy, you can't get on a trade. Adding cards to your watch list, you can look on the companion app, then later you can see what they've been selling at. So then you can go on your companion app like late at night, and you can see, okay, at this point of the day, what did this guy sell at? Like what did that guy sell at? So that's kind of how I do this, right? So I make a concept squad. I have another one. I have one for prime icons that I use, and I have a UCL too. What I will be doing with you guys is doing I will make a third UCL squad with you guys today, because I think a lot of these cards, look, they're very meta, they're high in demand, but they're also higher budget cards, a lot of these cards. Look, I am very respectful of the idea that I know not everybody watching this video has a ton of coins. Guys, I'm your best friend in this, man. I'm trying to help you guys out. I know that. I'm not a dude who's cocky sitting on here boasting about me making coins. I'm trying to help you guys understand what ranges should you be trading in and that kind of stuff. So Goretzka is probably a card that you guys want to trade with, right? Like I know his trends. He goes down to about 110 once in a while, and then he goes up to 130. So you can get on the low, and then you can sell at the high. That's kind of the point of these cards. They're fluctuating a ton because they have no supply. These cards were originally put out via an SBC. So it had a one-time marquee SBC. They were only tradable at one point. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these cards are just high and they move a lot, because they actually don't have any supply. You can see on the market, like an Alexandra has 6 cards on the market. Coutinho has like almost no cards on the market. So a lot of these dudes are really, really rare, and it makes them, any card that is rare is good to trade with. Let me just say that, like any card that is actually rare is going to make you coins. So what I would suggest you guys do, I think we just sold another thing. What did we sell? Is that a Tebow? 400K. What just sold? Oh baby! So we sold a Lukaku. So I know Lukaku's fluctuation, right? Goes from 400 to 440. So I sold Lukaku at 440 because he goes up to 450. He doesn't really sell at 450, but I see him sell at 440. So I bought it in at 400. Boom, he sells for 440. Popular in-demand players, right? You're going to make coins off them. That's how they work. And that's the story of them. Like, guys, that is how this stuff works. You just got to figure out the price trends. So I got one at 221. I'm hoping I get a Jordi Alba to sell. So one of the things I added to my watch list was this Walker. Boom! Guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, Kyle Walker has just sold at 256. So what I'm going to go do now is this. So what's mine on the market at? That's at 268. I'm actually not going to undercut that. I'm going to let that one sit. I already have one on the market, and now mine is the cheapest. So I'm going to hope in the next 48 minutes that nobody undercuts me, and that nobody, and that somebody buys this card. I've got 48 minutes for someone to, so I was going to go list this at, I was going to go list my other Walker at 267, but I'm not even going to bother, right? Because somebody bought that other one. And that's what I was talking about, guys. There's no need to panic with these cards. Like, let people do the magic for you. Let somebody go buy these. Look, high in demand cards, right? Like, very rare cards. So, like, this Aguero at 560 is looking good if you look at it on the market. But for me, I've been watching the card. Like, somebody may bid on it, but I don't think it's that profitable. I've been watching him for a while, and he just doesn't really sell that high. It's just something that I don't know. So, look, Varane last night I was selling at 360. He's now got 2 cards on the market at 339. So, what I'm going to try to do is in 9 minutes, I'm going to try to exploit that bid and get a good price for him. That's what I will try to do in 9 minutes. I will try to go get a very good price for that Varane. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a UCL 3 squad. Because honestly, I don't have all those UCL players in there. So what I'm going to do in this third squad is, yes, I will add a few more players that we do not have. The first one, I'm going to add Ter Stegen, right? He's on my budget. The deal is, boys, there is so many UCL cards that you guys can trade with these cards. It doesn't even matter. You guys, like, there are so many. There's a million cards between 50 and, wow, we just sold another card. What did I just sell? That's another, wow, Tebow just sold at 260. So you guys can see here, I made a little bit of a mistake selling one a little too early this morning at 245. That Tebow, I don't know what I bought that Tebow at. I don't remember what I showed at the beginning of this video. I think that Tebow was bought between 200 and 220, which means that we're only getting taxed about 10,000 coins. That was a big boy sale. That was a big boy sale. Damn. So we must have made, how many coins did I make on that? Wow. Okay, so my transfer profit just went up 80,000. Wow. Okay, we just made some good coins. All right, so that's great with the Tebow. We'll take it. So what I was going to show you guys before, oh my God, I'm already forgetting. So this is why I want to get this out to you guys, man. I want you guys to see how I trade, just even things I do. Guys, I trade with icons a ton. This is not the only thing I do at all. But this is one thing you guys can do to make coins. That's why I'm trying to show you guys. So Ter Stegen's up right now at about, it looks like 180K. So I'm going to try to get him for like 160 and under, I think. I think 160 and under for me would be a pretty good price. I'm going to get outbid a lot. I don't know his fluctuation too well. Like, I have not been watching this card at all that well. What I do know is I'm using Flippin right now. I searched all UCL cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let that go. I don't really care about that. we're going to get a squad together of some more players so that I could just kind of demo with you how this would work. So I'm putting some players in more of a medium budget for my coinage, right? Isco's a player that I watched last night. So 205. Isco I watched sell at 220 last night. I saw one on Footbin that was up at 198. So somebody got a good deal on one card because that's going to sell tonight at about 220. It just, you got to wait for your window to get in and sell. Harry Kane, I don't have in the other squad, so I wanted to put him in this squad. Harry Kane is very high, right? The market is rising a lot, so a lot of these cards will be a little bit higher in value than normal, which I can tell you guys. A lot of these cards will be a little bit higher in value than normal. So this is interesting. An Edison Cavani. So here's how I would look at this, right? 20,000 coin undercut, right? 20,000 coin undercut. Last night I saw him really, really high. So I'm going to go check this out. So he's been about 255 yesterday. He's been about 270 all day, 253, 249. Last night he was about 260. I don't like it, right? But it's a decent card and somebody will get it eventually. So that's now that I can know that this will probably sell pretty quickly. I'm going to add it to my watch list and we're going to just kind of see if that sells. And then it's all about just loading these concept squads with players, guys. I'm going to get Salah in here. And it's guys, trust me, this is with any kind of cards you guys are trading with. I would suggest doing this. I do this all the time. Last year I did it with icons. I do it with Team of the Years. When Team of the Year comes out, you can make a Team of the Year squad to kind of see what's going on with the Team of the Years. It's a really, 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 really good way to make coins. And then what you can do is you can start to get things, right? So like that Salah got a 540, so we're going to list that there. And then I'm going to go to the next page. So you guys can see here, just so you guys can see where I'm at. I'm just adding in cards that are on here. I mean, honestly, I'm adding in cards into this concept squad, but the thing that I'll show you guys is that, look at there's so many different price ranges of players that you guys can trade with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be players that are 150K plus. There's like a million players that all have right now that I've seen. There's like a ton of players, boys, that are selling, that are in a range of like 50 to 60K. I've seen a ton of players that are in more of an appropriate range. You guys see Keylor Navas, right? Like, cards like those are a little bit more, honestly, like, I think a little bit more appropriate in terms of you can probably flip more at that range than a higher range. I think you would actually do better. All I'm telling you guys is that it's just all about learning the price of these cards. Like, that's the best tip I can give anybody watching this video. Just learn the prices. Study the hell out of the cards until your eyes are bleeding or something, right? Like, figure out what these cards sell at. Figure out what they don't sell at. Figure out at certain times of day, do they sell for more? And I'll tell you this. If you pick up one of these cards and they go down, you do not panic. Like, you don't panic. What I will tell you, just so you guys know, in terms of I want you guys to be careful, it scares me a little bit. It scares me a little bit that at any point I think EA can drop a pack reward of these cards. That's what they did for the marquee matchups. So I would just tell you guys to be very careful. I will tell you as well, it gets a little difficult when you get down to the players of the range that I'm starting to look at now. The reason for this is that a lot of these cards are extinct. So there's not a lot of trading room. If you guys get what I'm saying, like, there's not a lot of room to work with in some of these price ranges. I know Khedira's like, I think Khedira's max is like 60. So he's up at, so I think if you see Khedira at like in the 40s, maybe you go for it. And this is what I would do, guys. I would genuinely just make a freaking concept squad. Go on to Footbin, like, you know, use a certain amount of players and just go figure it out. Like, go study some players. Guys, that's honestly the best advice I can give you. I'm serious. Just go study some damn players. Kimmich, Fabinho, even some of these guys I haven't even started to look at yet. So I don't know personally a lot about some of these cards. So that's why I'm adding them to my concepts. All right, Fabinho looks pretty good right now. I'll tell you this. This is why Fabinho looks pretty damn good. Because Fabinho last night was about 210K. So I'm going to add this 180 here. Even though he's 190 right now, this is the beauty of trading with these cards. It may not look like a good deal, but if you know the prices of the cards, you would know that tonight it would be a good deal. Or something along the lines of that, right? That you would know in the future, this would be a very good deal for me. Trade with cards that are high in demand. Don't trade with cards that are slow or that people aren't using. You want to be trading with cards that people are going to constantly be using in teams, whatever it is. It's important to use players and do this method with cards that are getting bought. Don't be playing with cards that are irrelevant and people don't care about. You're not gonna make coins, right? Because you're doing this. This trading method is there so that you can be consistently buying players and messing around with players that are high in demand. I'm gonna put Fekir in here. So I think Fekir got a price range update. I'm not positive. I think Fekir got a price range update. Oh, I have him, so that's going to be a problem. That's also the problem. If you guys have some of these cards, you're gonna be in a little bit of a debacle or a dilemma with them. So we've got two things that have expired since I started this video. Ter Stegen went for 164. So I told you guys that Cavani would get bought. I just didn't really like the buy. I didn't think it was going to be that profitable. This is going to be, and I'd say that the deal with a lot of these cards is like just watch them. And if they don't get bought, a lot of the times, this is how I play it. A lot of people will get very frustrated with these Champions League cards. Like, if they don't get bought, you will see a lot of the times, somebody will just say F it and undercut it by a lot of coins. And then this is also another tip I can give you guys, is that you guys can see here with Fabinho, he's currently got a lot of undercutting going on. So somebody bid 200 before all these cards came on the market for the hour, which shows you that his demand is actually over 200 at some point of the day. So we'll go to flipping real quick. Let's just go check on the hourly of Fabinho, because I swear this guy goes over 200. All right, so I guess maybe he chills at 199. So you would know that at 199, getting Fabinho for about 180 would be a good price. That's about a pretty good price for Fabinho. You've got another Varane here. So these open bids are really good as well, because what open bids can do to the market is it kind of stalls the market. It's kind of hard to explain, but it essentially stalls the market, because what will happen is that people will get like almost frustrated when their car doesn't sell, and then what they will do is they will just dump it onto the market for way cheaper than what it was. So that's a big tactic I would say for you guys as well. It's just sometimes even if a deal looks good, be very patient. Like, let it go even lower is what I would say to you. Like, just let that thing drop, because a lot of the time that's going to be a good way for you guys to make coins. So this Firmino's way too low. Of course I couldn't get it. Come on, give me that one. Please give me the Bobby. No! Boys, these two Firminos are, so I know for me, right? Like, I trade with Firmino. Those two Firminos are fantastic. Did that sell too? So these two Firminos at 240 were people that were tired of the card not selling and they listed it on the market. Those Firmino sells at like 260. So that's a really good price for Firmino. So that for me is tough to see. As you know, if you guys are trading with some of these cards, like, you will start to emphasize with some deals you see, because sometimes on the concepts they're a little slower on actually putting the cards onto the market at their actual prices. So, oh man, that's tough. Matuidi's a card that I watch a lot. He goes extinct. So it's really just up to you guys, man. You guys have to choose. I can't trade for you guys. I also can't tell you that some of these cards that I have right now will not be a lot more at another point or something like that. All I will tell you guys is that just learn the players. So somebody went 560 on Aguero. Just learn the player prices. That's the biggest tip I can give you guys. Just learn them. And some days, I'll warn you, like, some days these players' prices are going to be different than others. Some days they're not going to be the same. And I can't control that. It's just going to be extremely dependent on the day. And that's just how it is, boys. It's going to depend on what's going on in the market. Like, is the market up the one day? You just have to adjust. You just have to play it based off of how that market is for that current day. And that's a really good way. So, like, for me, Varane, I just bid 315. That might get outbid, but somebody's going to probably back off this soon. Here's why. Because there's one at 340, 327. I'm going to take that. Okay, so I know that Varane, for me, like, I watch this card a lot. That's a great price for Varane. What I will also do is hopefully win this for 317. I sold two Varanes last night at 360. So that's going to be pretty good coins for me. Hopefully we can go get that. And it's all about, there's a lot of cards that pop up on cheap snipes. It's all about just getting the card when it does pop up on cheap snipes. That's kind of like, that's kind of like what it is, boys. So that's what I would tell you guys, is that the best way to do this, come on, let's get this Varane. I'll tell you this, if I get this Varane for under 320, that's a fantastic price. I didn't think I was going to get it. So bids are also good as well, right? Like, a lot of these cards are just not always being looked at. I'm going to let that guy have that Fabinho. I don't really care too much about this. I may go for this Aguero right here at 558. I'm not positive, but I might do it for the video. The only problem with Aguero that I have is I watch Aguero a lot. Aguero does not. So that's what you guys will learn about these players as when you keep trading with them. Aguero doesn't really sell that much over 600, but he's always over 600. Like, it's really confusing. Like, if you look at his graphs and stuff, it says he's 640. I have never seen the card sell there. That's my problem. So that's as well. That's why I'm very highly suggesting that you guys add these cards to your watch list, because just because a card on Flippin says it's a certain price, I want to warn you guys, it does not mean that it is that price. It can be very deceiving, and it can kind of show you guys, like, I've had some lazy sales recently where, like, I don't know, like I sold a Walker at like 285 last night, and that's not where his price is. But sometimes overnight, like, the market will just kind of be at a standstill, and you'll be able to actually list a card for higher. It's really complicated, all this stuff. It's just, the biggest thing I can give you guys is just try. Like, try to dive into these cards, try to experience. It's not even these cards. I wanted to do a specific video on the UCL cards, but, like, try to dive in, even if you're on a lower budget, and just try to go get some of these cards. And try to go get them and make some coins to them. It's the biggest tip I can give any of you guys watching the video today. Hopefully this video helped you guys today. I don't want to rant. I could sit here and trade for 30 minutes if you guys want. Hopefully it helped you guys just kind of understand what I'm out here doing. We just got another sale. What sold? Was that a Kyle Walker? I don't even know what's selling anymore. I don't know what just sold. I have no clue what just sold. Jordi Alba? Jordi Alba sold at 221. I think that was Jordi Alba. Let me see. I had two Jordi. Ah, it was Jordi Alba. So Jordi Alba sold at 221. I think I have one more. I don't have one more. Do I have one more in my club? Well, I have one more on my transfer list. All right. So I think we're good to go there. I think we're going to be right there. So I'm happy with that. And then I think my Kyle Walker is the last Kyle Walker under 270, which is a really good sign. I also need to be careful because I have this Aguero coming up. I'm going to go for this Aguero. I'm too invested in the video now. Guys, thank you to everybody for watching the video today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a good time, man, just on the channel. I'm really loving the content that I'm creating, so I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am as well. Thank you, boys, for clicking on the video today, and I will see you guys in the video soon. Peace out, homies.